you want it. So now point it out again. I'm videoing
Okay,
this.
so this angle here, this
Mhm.
curve, I want the first tine, the circular tine, to come straight off of there.
Okay.
About 10 inches.
Okay.
And then the next one will be about 2 inches. So
halfway in between.
Yeah, it'll split this.
Right.
And it'll come at the same angle, about like that.
Uh-huh.
And then the next one will come from this tip.
Right.
And then we'll have another, 2 inches.
Okay.
And one here, 2 inches, 2 inches.
Okay. And at the top, what is it? What's the measurement?
The top, on here?
No, once you get to the top of the 10 inches. You said you
Oh.
wanted it to spread a little bit.
Oh, I see. So if it's 2 here, at the top here, we would call it 4 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. That should be good.
Great.
On both sides.
Both sides.
Well, we got one more piece of farm equipment to do, and if you can see this little heart shape, that's the plow, and he wants to put some tongs up above that plow. So, and then also he wants to shift the toolbar. So let's go over and have a look and see how this is coming out. And you can see there's the plow itself and the tongs behind it. Now, the whole theory behind this is that this goes down under the ground, maybe to about there, 6 or 8 inches. It plows up the earth rolls up to this screen here, or these tongs, and the earth goes through it, and the potatoes get rolled back off onto the earth. So that's kind of a cool little design. And so we've got them all clamped up and ready to weld. And we're going to come in from behind here. You can kind of see them behind on the clamps. We'll get them all welded. Now the other thing we have to do is he wants this plow to be at this angle. So this toolbar needs to go straight up, vertical. So what I'm going to do is come in and cut a notch out of the toolbar and then just pull it so that it's more vertical and then re-weld it. So, but that'll come later. Right now I think what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over on its head, and we're going to get the welder over here and go ahead and put this together. Okay, so we've got this thing laid over on its face. We've exposed all 2, 5, 10 tongs, and now it's time to preheat everything so we can get a good solid weld. And this is one of those places where you could come in with a MIG welder and it would do just fine. But there's places I just don't trust MIG welders. And with this kind of pressure against that tong there, sure enough, the MIG would collapse on me. So better just to kind of go ahead and stick weld this one. Pretty well up to 10. These rosebuds work really well. Alright, let me go get a couple of sticks of okay, let's drop a stick in here and go ahead and get started. We got the one side welded. Now let's go ahead and work on this second side. One last stick. That ought to do the trick. Okay, now we reset this, figure out where our cut is going to be, go ahead and torch it out, and then bend it back and re-weld that piece. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I've got my angle here that I need to cut, and I need to bring this bar forward to so that it's 90 degrees from that. Now, the way I want to do that is... Okay, the next part of this little adventure is making an undercutter blade. And if you'll notice, you'll see that these are verticals, and this blade is a pretty heavy piece of steel. We're going to go over and look at that in a few minutes. But right now, we're going to make this 43 inches across, and the gap is going to be 42 inches, and the blade is going to sit at a 10-degree angle. Now, let's go over to the other part of the shop. And okay, so he supplied me with the blade, which is great because this is one big-ass piece of steel. What is it? A ½ inch by 6 inches with a cut or a tapered surface, which is I could have done that, but it would have been a fight. So I've already kind of prepped it. I prepped it here, and basically the verticals are going to sit on top of this, and this is what 42 inches long. So so now we go to the verticals and have a look at those. And the verticals are 2 inches by 5/8, specialty size, and we had to order a whole bar to get it, but it's going to work out fine. And what I did is I sawed this at 10 degrees, and now I want to just come back in with the mill and bring it back to an exact 10 degrees so that when I stand that thing up, I know where it's sitting. I know that it's not going to be even a quarter of a degree off. So next thing we're going to do is drag that down and mill it. Pretty straight shot here. Basically, we're just running the bit across the surface. Let me get just a little bit more. And the only downside of this whole thing is if you look down here, you will see these little razor blades that come off of that. My God, those things get everywhere, and they're basically little razor blades, and they'll get in everywhere. So I got to get them up real quick. Okay, we've got the blade set up. We've tacked this side in and got it squared up. Now we're going to come back into the second side and square it up and and tack it in place, and then we come back with the arc welder and stick weld this thing, because that's the only thing that's really strong enough. The MIG welder is good, but not great. So I know I've already got to 10 degrees just by rocking this thing until it kind of settles into place. I'll get my 3/4. There we go. There's that part. And then I'm going to go ahead and just tack it. And then bend it back afterwards. Okay, start again. I just need to pull up one corner just to see what we've got. The main thing here is to get this squared up, and we're not even close, but hopefully we can get a little bit of a stretch going. Better. Almost there. That's pretty good. Now are we square up this way? Looks like we're just a tad off. So let me get a crescent wrench. Just a little bit. Ah! And that's what happens. You break the weld and that's it. Back to step one. Okay. This time. Looks good. And we're just a tad out one more time. This time we're twisted in a little bit. That looks good. Make sure we're in good shape over here. Good. Okay, now make sure our vertical's good. Nice. Alright, I'm going to do a second tack on this side just to lock it in so that it doesn't break loose accidentally. Check one more time. Looking good. Alright, we'll get the buzz box over here and go ahead and get those things locked in. Okay, first thing we need to do before we weld this is we need to bring this up to temperature. And a little oxyacetylene will take care of that. Okay, we're up to temperature. I think we're ready to go. Now it's just a matter of getting some gloves on for sure. Okay, here we go. Okay, we've got 2 farm implements completed, and we went in and cut that and bent it and all of that, and I forgot to take videos of that, so but you can see that it's at the right angle. It has this kind of very interesting headdress kind of look to it, and then the yellow thing below it is the I can't remember what it's called, but it's a blade that goes underground and it chops the bottoms of, or all the roots off of carrots, and so the carrots can be pulled very easily. And I guess he's going to be a carrot farmer this next year and supply the local stores.